Bitcoin having its first breakout of this potential falling wedge, seemingly repeating exactly as it did back in October of 2020 as it breached $20,000 all-time highs. And Ethereum creating new all-time highs just moments ago for the first time in nearly 6 months. This is quite literally the calm before the storm, the crust before the bust, the dream before the cream. I'm your host, Christopher Cream, and with crypto keeping us waiting and waiting, like a spouse trapped in a broken marriage waiting for the romance to come back, crypto is about to give us that release, that pleasure, that satisfaction, exactly the opposite of most marriages that end with hatred and regret. I forget where I was going with this intro. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit this like, subscribe, turn on these absolutely time-sensitive alert. As well, if you're interested in joining our pool or any other bonuses, make sure to check out the pinned comment below. And without any further ado, let's dump on in. Unreasonably big. With October ultimately turning into a mega bullish month, as September was mega dumpy, and options expiring today and a brand new month of November just days away, is this now the perfect catalyst for crypto to exceed our expectations and begin the end of year rumpage like we saw exactly a year ago at this time? And guys, this is so big. We are testing all-time highs on so many different charts with Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins already breaking new all-time highs, the entire crypto market cap, the entire altcoin market cap, okay? And just like testing support over and over is usually a sign that we're about to fall through it, testing resistance over and over, especially when we're at all-time highs, exactly like a chart like this, which is the entire crypto market cap, doing that over and over at all-time highs is usually very indicative of massive bustage incoming. Okay, and before we jump into the price, before we jump into all of this, it's so important to just take a step back. Because for everybody that's watching this video that was here with me exactly a year ago, literally exactly what we thought was going to happen happened. And if you've been in crypto since back then you're probably sitting on some very nice gains. And although basically nobody can accurately predict short-term moves all the time, predicting these long-term moves and cycles is actually almost the complete opposite. It's actually insanely easy. And what we're on the verge of doing right now is insanely big, insanely exciting. And most of you guys know that we are about to see that final multi-week, multi-month blast where a lot of people are now saying 4, 5, 6 months left. If this truly does extend into a slightly longer cycle, so be it. That would be amazing. I would love to make more money than make less money. As Bitcoin is now having its first break out of this like 10-day falling wedge, right consolidating underneath all-time highs, my goodness, it couldn't be more perfect. As late last night, Ethereum broke and made its slightly higher all-time high as well, guys. I mean, every signal, every alarm is just flashing. After the pullback in the summer, Bitcoin held the 30K level exactly as we said it would. Bitcoin then also held the 21 week after we broke below it and then broke back above it exactly like we said it would. And now this is the moment we've been waiting for, because from here on out, this is exactly the time you want to watch for the gains that most people don't even think are realistic, okay? These next few weeks are when that is more likely to happen than any time. And before we jump into the charts as well, this is actually maybe one of the biggest pieces of news that could change everything, because the biggest Bitcoin fund in the world could become a spot-based, not a futures-based ETF like what we already have, a physically backed ETF within the next 7, 8, 9 months. Now that seems like a long time away, and it is, but why that's so important is because if that would happen, as this article says, it would be perfect timing, because it would help bolster the entire industry, because from nearly everyone's accounts, by this time in the summer of next year, we should not be in a very bullish market. It should be kind of bearish by then. So if we have fundamentally insanely bullish news of a physically backed Bitcoin ETF, which would require Bitcoin to be bought and held, if that would happen, then you can kiss a lot of bearishness goodbye, okay? Let's say we were in a bear trend for a couple of months and then something like this would be approved. Prepare for massive gains. Prepare for some cycle-breaking price action. Now, again, I'm not saying that will happen. This is quite a few months away if this does happen, and it's still not guaranteed that it will happen. But all I'm saying is this is something I think we have to keep in the back of our minds, because this could change everything. And again, this article even points to how this is a very good time for this ETF to be filed because of specifically what I just said. So absolutely very big. And before we get into the charts as well, I did want to remind you, we have 6 days left of our 10 million SHIB. All you have to do is click the link in the pinned comment below and you can enter there. But if we jump on in here, guys, this is the entire crypto market cap. This again, looking at this chart, I don't know how you could look at this chart and not think mega bullish, whether you think it's some sort of wacky like cup and handle pattern, or just a long-term ascending triangle pattern, or whatever you want to call it. Those are all very bullish. The fact we're literally consolidating right underneath all-time highs, anybody with experience will tell you that is a very, very bullish scenario. And same thing with the entire altcoin market cap, even more beautiful, right? This is our third touch right here, knocking on the door of massive gains. Okay, just very exciting stuff. And with that as well, guys, we saw Ethereum just hours ago break to its new all-time high just slightly, days after Bitcoin broke to its new all-time high as well, consolidating right underneath previous all-time highs, just like back in October of last year. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I mean, again, Bitcoin, you can't predict it, but some of the stuff is just so eerie how similar it is to exactly, actually you have to go back a little bit further, exactly right back here, okay? Massive channel up, then like a bull flag, and then multiple weeks of just exploding to the upside. And again, that is exactly what I think we need to be prepared for. Again, with that being said, we could still see a few more days of downside, maybe even retest the bottom of this one more time. Does not matter at all in this scenario, because overall, this is just an absolutely beautiful setup. Be prepared for maybe some small little bull traps before this happens, because again, I think a lot of people are expecting this to happen, but just hours ago, we got our first break above this level here. And again, people will tell you, anybody with TA experience will tell you, this is not when you want to stop paying attention to these charts. I'm not really too excited about this weekend's price action. I don't necessarily think there will be too much important to happen, but next week, I think will be enough time in terms of consolidation, in terms of another weekly candle, if we can yet again hold it here, okay, and just absolutely start popping off. This is even a bullish candlestick chart pattern right here on the weekly. I don't think I'm necessarily the smartest person in the world, but one thing that I think I'm very good at is understanding and listening to people that are intelligent, and weeding out people that are intelligent from people that are not intelligent or just don't have my or your best interests in mind. And I will tell you, this is an opportunity that you simply cannot afford to miss. If you get the new channel, make sure to like, subscribe, share, miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you're interested in any bonuses, make sure to check out the pinned comment below. And if you're interested in joining our pool as well, and also entering for our 10 million SHIB competition, without any further ado, that's it for me.